here we are at the day that I hoped would not come, the day that we are canceling all of our summer camps. Just a few days ago, we made the announcement that kids camps would be canceled for Colorado and Utah. And we said that we would wait a couple of days until we got the update that we needed to hear from the government, local authorities, the CDC. Well, that update came. And when that update came, it came with so many restrictions. To have youth camp with this level of restrictions is just not possible, and it's not even wise. And I'm not sure that it would be even fun. So some of those restrictions include the cafeteria and the food. Some of those things suggested that students would bring their own food to camp. I'm not even sure how that would work. In talking with Glenn, he clarified, even with the health department, that they could possibly serve food, but there were so many restrictions that it wasn't even feasible. Another thing that they wanted us to do in the campground was to install partitions between the sinks because the sinks were not 6 foot apart. That's just not possible. It's just not doable. Another restriction was in the dorms. It would have been positioning those bunk beds and having only 4 to 5 students per dorm room. Again, not able to have the capacity at camp that we would desire. And then I would say probably the number one thing, main thing that hindered us from doing this summer camp is the recommendation to not allow students from different regions to come to the same overnight camp. Well, not only are we coming from different regions, we're coming from different states. We're coming from different sides of the mountain. So with all of that being said, conversations with our contacts in the governor's office, conversations with the Delta County Health Department, conversations with Glenn there at Camp Cedar Edge, and conversations with our superintendent, Gene Roncone, all of this has led us to this decision to cancel all of our summer camps. So again, just a few days ago, we canceled the 2 kids camps, one in Utah, one in Colorado. Now this means that we're also canceling all of our youth camps as well as our girls camp in Camp Cedar Edge. Guys, this is just not possible to have camp. It pains me. I just anguished over this decision. I love camp. Camp is one of the sweet things that we get to do in this role. Lives are changed at camp. God calls people into the ministry at camp. People are filled with the Holy Spirit at camp. But I also know that God is not bound to a campground for those things to take place. I believe that this is going to be a summer that the local church will thrive. This is going to be a summer that your student ministry will thrive where it's at. And so guys, with all of that said, I just want to let you know that we love you guys, that we're here for you guys. And if there's any way that we can come alongside you and help you in this summer, just give us a call. We are here for you. Now, I want to share some good news. I want to share some direction in where I see the Lord leading us as a youth ministry and even as a church ministries department. Number one, for student ministry, we did anticipate that this could be a possibility. So a few weeks ago, I gathered with about 5 or 7 DYDs that were in the same boat. They wasn't sure. They were trying to have camp, but they wanted to have something ready for if they did cancel camp. Well, we've been working behind the scenes, and we've reached out to 5 national camp speakers, guys and girls that are incredible communicators. They travel and speak camps all over the nation, some of these all over the world. Well, they're going to be recording special messages just for our 7 or 8 DYDs, just for our district. So these are going to be specially designed messages. There's going to be 5 speakers. We're also curating some worship teams to do worship. We're putting together graphic packages, promo packages, also some small group discussion questions. And yes, all of this is going to be digitally ready for you guys to download around mid-June. June 17th is when this will be completed. Now, hear me. We are not doing a virtual district-wide camp. I'm not looking to try to do some 1 week where everybody gathers together. But what we wanted to do was we wanted to empower you as the youth youth leader, we wanted to empower you and your local church to do with this resource how you see fit. There's 5 amazing services that you can do all 5 of them in a row, do your own summer camp right where you're at, or you can break those up into 5 weeks or even 5 months. We would love to help you kind of brainstorm in how you can implement this resource right now when you're able to download that in June, right there to help your students. So first and foremost, we wanted to put something in your hand. If we were not able to do youth camp, which again, it pains me to say those words, we're not able to do youth camp. So now we have a resource that we will give you. You can download that and you can implement that how you see fit in your local church and your student ministry. The second thing, so excited. The Lord dropped this in my heart as I was just praying and asking God, Lord, what do we do? How is this going to move forward if we don't have summer camp? Well, I began to pray and think about a fall tour, and I reached out to 7 different churches in 7 different cities, strategically spread out across Utah and Colorado. And man, we have locked in with those churches for the most part. There's a few more details that have fallen in place, but from the dates of October 7th to October 16th, I'm going to go on a fall tour. We're going to have worship. I'm going to be preaching at these live in person there. We're going to have Speed the Light Focus. We're going to have an after party. We're going to have giveaways. And man, it's going to be all for getting your students passionate and connected to God. I can't wait for the fall tour. Again, this is all based on if size gatherings can happen, but because we're doing these regionally, we take away that restriction. So we're going to do one in Pueblo, one in Colorado Springs, one in Aurora, one in Thornton, one in Salt Lake City area, possibly North Salt Lake City in the far west area or Ogden area. We're looking into that as well there. And then we're going to do 2 on the West Slope, one in Delta, and then another one is going to be at Grand Junction. And so again, this is all in the works. This is all in process. I don't have the package to give to you right now, but we're working hard on that. In the next 30 days or so, you'll be hearing more about that. Guys, this is such a crazy time. I cannot believe that we're making these videos. So many of my DYD friends are making these videos and pivoting and changing and restructuring. Guys, we want you to know, man, that we're here for you. We don't want you to be stressed out. We don't want you to be worried. I know that not having camp, it hurts, man. It's not easy. But I know that God is bigger than camp. I know that God is bigger than a location, a Camp Cedar Edge. I love what God does. God does amazing things in that place, in that space. But God's the same God in your youth ministry. He's the same God in your gym. He's the same God in your sanctuary. And if there's any way that we can help you reopen your youth ministry, if you want to call us and brainstorm, guys, we're here to help you. I'm praying for you. Thank you for your patience as we have worked through this decision. We're trying to get this to you as early as possible. We made the decision this morning, and we're putting this video out to you today. So we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And again, thanks for your prayers as we're trying to navigate what the next few weeks and months look like. Again, this resource will be able to be downloaded June 17th, October 7th through 16th fall tour, and then November 5th, 6th, and 7th will be our recharge event where youth pastors and kids pastors gather together and we just pour into you. I believe that event will be a catalyst for what God will do in 2021. Will you pray with me? Will you believe with me that the best is yet to come? We will not be defined by not having camp, but we will be defined by what God will do in the months, years, and decades to come. Thank you.